Hello, it's Rachel. Today I'm discussing Kung Fu Season 3, Episode 3. Sorry for skipping Episode 2 last week, but I didn't feel like there was much of note to say, given the meat of the episode was Althea getting kidnapped, and obviously that was resolved by the end of the episode. But the few thoughts I did have last week, I'll get into those with this review. And just because I feel like there was a lot to talk about this episode, I feel like this one will be a little bit longer than normal. So let's get started. So the episode starts with Nikki and Bo having a cute little date. So since I skipped last week's episode, I didn't get the chance to explicitly state that I'm warming up to them as a concept. That moment last week when Bo told Nikki that she could always ask him for help because he likes her. Oh, it was so cute. And as it's been stated a few times, it's been 4 months of no contact from Henry. So, I can totally understand her going for it when Bo has made it clear that he's interested. Now, I'm not hardcore invested after 3 episodes, obviously, but I do see the potential there, and Nikki has every right to explore this relationship. But anyway, they're on this date when Nikki gets a call from Evan. And he informs her that the FBI is trying to track down Henry as a result of a mission that went awry, and it ended with a former friend of Henry's dad dying. Now, due to the fallout of this mission in last week's episode, an FBI agent reaches out to Nikki in the hopes of using her to help locate Henry so he can be asked some questions to figure out what happened. When Nikki can't manage to pry information from the agent about this case, she asks Bo to hack said FBI agent's laptop, I guess, and figure out exactly what is going on. So soon after that, Nikki, Evan, and Bo learn that an antiquities thief is after the same object, a compass, that Henry managed to steal, and it's presumed that he's the individual that committed the murder. Now, since Nikki figures that Henry is on the run from these people because he has the object and they want it, she believes he will probably need help continuing to get out of this group's grasp. And she then reaches out to Razor because he has criminal connections, hoping he can help her track down Henry. Lucky for Nikki, he does have some info. And she learns that these men tracking Henry are in Bangkok. Now, while Nikki is on her way to Bangkok, Pei-Ling goes to Harmony Dumplings to talk to Mei Li. This scene was very sweet, and I was all up in my emotions about these two women who are clearly very maternal figures towards Nikki, and they care about her very deeply, and they're both voicing regrets that they have about their relation to Nikki, and also just their thankfulness towards each other for how they took care of Nikki. But then, as soon as they seem to unburden these feelings that they have, Zhao surfaces and attacks Mei Li. And firstly, I just want to say that I knew Pei-Ling destroying that pendant hadn't defeated Zhao. It's far too simple a solution for an immortal being. There's no way it would be that easy. And secondly, where is Vanessa Kai's Emmy? Where is it? The way she switched from Pei-Ling to Zhao in a fucking nanosecond? She needs awards for this. Immediately. But once Pei-Ling regains control, she rushes out of the restaurant, horrified. Now, in Bangkok, Nikki runs into Henry pretty quickly. They manage to evade a few of the men that have been chasing them, and Henry shows Nikki the compass. They start looking through some books that he has, trying to find information about the compass, and after a while of doing this, the conversation turns to their relationship. Henry pretty abruptly apologizes to Nikki for not contacting her for those 4 months. And he gives a pathetic excuse along the lines of, I didn't want you to risk yourself for me. And it's like, okay, that doesn't excuse your shit communication, though. Like, the last time the two of them saw each other was literally Henry telling her that his dad died and saying that he was wanting to reconnect with his father's heritage, but that he wanted to do it alone. That's all the information you gave Nikki. She doesn't know what your thoughts are, Henry. She doesn't know that you were planning to propose. All she knows is she was trying to comfort you, and you rejected it. You did nothing to connect the dots of your thought process for her, and then you went radio silent for 4 months. You can't just be expecting to now pick things up where you left off. So, at least for now, I'm bailing on Nikki Henry because this was pathetic. The situation was 100% his fault, and the miscommunication trope is like my least favorite thing for writers to pull when it comes to romantic relationships. So, yeah, unless Henry gives an epic apology, and not for the purpose of winning her back once he realizes she's dating Beau, but just because, like, she deserved far better than their last conversation before he left, I'm out, because, like, this shit sucked. But while all of this is going on with Henry, Jalan is also in a bit of a crisis. So, last week, we learned that once the realm was destroyed, when Jalan killed Russell Tan, everyone who had been in that realm was dumped into this new place. And there's this entity referred to as the Harvester that has been going around and seemingly erasing souls from existence. Jalan faced the Harvester, and it wounded her, leading to the realization that she might still be alive, and she's just trapped in this dimension currently. So, that was all last week. There wasn't that much developments for her this week, but as she's now met this group of, like, former warriors and guardians, and she's, like, seen the long list of spirits that have been claimed by the Harvester, Jalan asks the remaining group to help her because she believes she can kill it since she was just wounded and she didn't disappear like everyone else has. So I'm really curious to see how this plays out because I suspect Jalan does have to successfully defeat the Harvester to get out of this dimension or this realm. I don't really know what to refer to it as. But yeah, I suspect she has to defeat the Harvester if she wants to leave this place. And I don't understand why the writers would tease her potentially being alive if that's not the goal for wrapping up this storyline. So I'm pretty confident Jalan is going to have to return to the world where everyone else is, the realm of humans, which means I suspect there's going to be a Jalan and Pei Ling reunion, and I'm already a wreck, just like over the concept of that. So I know I'm just gonna like dissolve into tears when it happens. But I'm very eager to see it because Jalan has been through so much. I want her to have some happiness. Returning to Nikki and Henry, though, they found some information in one of the books they looked at, and they realized there's a location they need to go to where they should be able to activate the compass. And uh-oh, the man who's been hunting him is also there. So Nikki's then held at gunpoint while Henry's being coerced into performing something that this man refers to as Genesis. Henry, of course, complies because Nikki's being held at gunpoint. And when he activates the compass, I guess. He's I don't know how to explain it. It's like it looks like he's hit by like these beams of light, and given what the man had been saying, it sounds like he's gonna develop magical abilities, kind of like the warrior and guardians. Um, I don't know how to feel about this development. Like, I think this whole Genesis thing could be interesting to explore, just like the introduction of Zhao last season expanded the show's lore. But like with Nikki already as like the quote unquote chosen one because she's a warrior, and we literally had that reveal like halfway through season one of her learning that, it it feels repetitive, I guess, for Henry to be like chosen by the compass. Like, I don't know. It feels kind of silly and unnecessary. We'll see where things go. Um but yeah, as always, if anyone has any thoughts on the episode, feel free to leave a comment cuz I'd love to continue talking about this episode or the show in general. And I'll catch you guys for episode 4 next week. Bye.